got the mic in hand. David's laughing like a one-man band, talking disco, bell-bottom flares, and a little bit of scripture to say your prayers. It's the past, it's the present, it's the holy air. Sit back and join us, Bible, bibs, and a prayer. Bible, bibs, and a prayer, we're keeping it real. From the red, white, and blue to the spinning wheel. It's stories and devotion, good vibes to share. Come on and listen to Bible, bibs, and a prayer.
Good morning, America. Good morning to you, my friends, my comrades. Another sunrise, another chance to shine. A week has almost come to an end. And what have you done to make this world a better place since we last came together? And baby, no, it's not snowing outside. I love this hat because it feels so comfortable. But I'm already getting warm, David.
I was going to
so
say,
off with the hat.
about
Woo!
2 minutes about all you can last in that hat.
Yeah. Did you go out and make that mark in the world? If not, you still got time for the weekend. Let's do it. We can do it together. Make the world a better place. You know, let's try that. All righty. Did you take the time to make some memories with your friends and loved ones this past week? And the great thing is, as I always say, there is still my time. There's still time, my friends, to go out there and do just that. To be great and do something special for someone else, especially someone you love, or better yet, a complete stranger. How about that? But let us wake up our friends and seize the day. I don't know about you, but David and I, let me get her on here. Still got to get a new cowboy hat. David and I are all saddled up, ready to go this beautiful morning. So come on. Open up those eyes, grab yourself some giddy up and go, some rocket fuel. Now that's up to you, what gets you going in the morning. I tell you, Dave, there's not a lot that really gets me going in the morning.
Yeah, I can relate.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not good for you, whatever you do put in your body.
Yeah.
It'll get you going, get you all, you know. But hey, whatever it does to get you going, grab it. Let's go. The weekend is almost here. Saddle up and let us hit the trail together. And baby, we're charging. We're not dragging. No. We are charging into the weekend with joy in our hearts and that smile on our face, as well as a big old grateful heart. Come on. You can do it. Yes, you can. You're almost there. You know, think about if I had a Snickers bar on a fishing pole on a line right now saying, come on, you can do it, you're almost there. Yes, the weekend is upon us, almost. And I tell you, what plans do you have? Let us know. Come on, we're heading into some beautiful weather, a bunch of festivals coming up. Before you know it, hey, October 18th, we are having our fall festival here at Roxford Church. It's on a Saturday. We do trunk or treat, and we got hay rides. We're going to have a blow up, which I've already been banned from, which I think is discrimination. I'm telling you right now, somebody needs to come up with a big boy jumping thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Boy, I'd like to see that one. How many plies that would take. We got a 25 ply here, along with 6 blowers to keep it going. Yes. Hopefully you've had a good week. I've had a good week. It's always a good week. Again, you got to look for the good, people. Come on, we can do that. We can look for the good. We can see what God has blessed us with. Don't let that old dirty dog, Satan, the devil, grab a hold of you and drag you through the sewer. No, sir. Not today. Because you don't want to know why. I'm a walking, talking new creation of God. And I got joy in my heart. I got it on my lips. And boy, I always got something coming out of my lips. But hey, that's a good thing. Are you the type that people want to be around? Or are you a Karen? Or are you a Debbie Downer? I don't think we ever figured out what a guy's name is, did we, David?
I think it's Chad. I'm pretty sure it's Chad.
All right. You want to be a Chad. That's right. We did talk about that. But no, nobody wants to have a Karen or, the Eeyore syndrome. Come on, man. Make people laugh. Make people feel good about themselves. Shake it off. Come on. Ooh, boy. I got to hit the gym. But yeah, you can do this. We can do this together. Stand in front of the mirror. Brother Jim said I can. David said I can. Oh, yeah, we need to come up with a song, David. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
We'll work on that.
We'll work on that. That's right. Anyways, well, the moment you've all been waiting for. It's Shake and Bake time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, allow me to introduce the one, the only, the man, the hour. And you know what? I forgot this Tuesday. I believe I did. And oh, by the way, he's one of my very best friends. Mr. David. How we doing, my friend?
Thanks for noticing me.
Oh, my goodness.
Bust out the Eeyore there.
We need to get an Eeyore hat.
Doing good.
All right. What's new in Keenerville? Plans for the weekend?
Yeah, I'm just tired. I mean, I think a lot of people can relate. You work all week, and you got kids, and it's just by the time the weekend's here, it's like if I can get a weekend where I don't have to do anything, I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
no running,
no tasks, no chores. I mean, there's always stuff to do around the house, but
things you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, I know what you're saying. It's just like the other day I was out working and I almost fell asleep driving to Steiner. It's just like, no, I get it. And it's just like someone else was saying, your eyes are just so heavy.
Yeah.
And you know, I did my sleep study, and shout out to Cleveland Clinic for that My Chart thing, which I tell you it takes me forever to get in that because I never remember my password or my username. You got to go through all that. Ugh. So I get my sleep study results. Now, David.
Yeah.
I got no clue what it's saying.
You need a doctor to interpret it for you.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. Somebody calls me and says, okay, Jim, I think they got to increase my pressure. I think. And, of course, shocker, everybody, the patient needs to lose weight. Oh, man. Did not see that one coming. That's the joke of the day right there. Really? How much education did that man spend on? And how many years of college? And
did we really even need a scale for that?
Yeah. I'm dying on that one. I'm dying. I'm sorry. You know, you get to the point you're so tired, anything's funny.
Well, the whole sleep thing, like 10 years ago, I would say, I can only fall asleep if I'm in bed. I don't know how people fall asleep, just sitting in a chair. Anymore, if I sit on the couch and I go like this, I mean, I might fall asleep right now just doing that. Put my head back, I am gone out.
Now, see, I don't have that luxury because with the CPAP, I'm hooked on it.
No.
I can't nap. I can't. But before the CPAP, I remember like driving up to Canton right there when you came over Cherry Bridge. If you hit the light in the morning, and it's like, whoa, this is not good falling asleep sitting in a red light. Or, you're just sitting there or whatever. And
nowadays, I'll try and hit you with Narcan. Fall asleep at a red light.
Never had that before. I wonder what that would do.
They say it doesn't do anything if you don't need it, so.
Oh, man. I'm kidding, guys. Jeez. But, yeah. Wow. I don't know how we got there.
They're way off track.
Oh, tired.
Yes, tired.
Yeah, everybody's tired. Everybody's busy. And I got to be honest, last Friday, that's my Sabbath, and I usually, if I take a Sabbath, I'm always busy. But, dude, I slept the whole day. I hit that wall.
Yeah.
I had nothing left. And it was so good. But then the next day, guess what? You still feel tired.
Yep.
And it's like, man, I just slept so much.
It takes more than one day to make up for
does.
weeks worth of missed sleep.
David, I found it's all here. This is the part that never shuts off.
Yeah.
The physical part, yeah, I'm not as active, but trying to get better, doing more things. But, man, it's that it just don't shut off at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
You get phone calls. And I'm not complaining, guys. I'm just saying, welcome to the life of a pastor. The other night, 3:30 a.m., guess who knocked on my door? The Holy Spirit. Yeah. Let's talk about your service for upcoming, which didn't lean there. And I pray that one's coming, and I pray I didn't disappoint God on that. But, and I'm not complaining either because those 3:30 wake-up calls from God, they're very enjoyable. But I got to learn to take this stuff because I'm just sitting there preaching right away, and it's like, man, this is good. Then I can't remember what I said the next day. So, yeah, but, anything for the weekend, or you, like you said, you just chilling?
I'm hoping just to be chilling. We'll see what transpires, but nothing on the agenda as of yet. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I think our ball games are coming to an end, and and as a father, you want to see your child succeed. But man, some of these teams we play, I'm talking junior high volleyball. By the time you get your butt situated and feel good in the bleachers, it's over.
Yeah.
It's like, well, okay. But no, you want to be there supporting them all the way. But and David, I'm one. I would love to just go down. I've always wanted to be an offensive line coach.
Yeah.
I love that. That's what I was, and you got to have a certain mentality. They're a breed within the team, a special breed.
Mm-hmm.
From the weight room to out there to where, here, let me grab my...
Uh-oh, he's digging. What's he digging for here?
On the sidelines, baby. It's like this. And honestly, I'd be headbutting the kids. I would. Don't need a helmet. Well, not with this baby, but intensity. And I would love to go down and just... I have a hard time with coaches just sitting.
Yeah.
And I'd be back and forth. I would be. And I think I shared this, but last year I got to do like a team huddle before they started.
Mm-hmm.
And man, you're letting it fly. And don't get me wrong. It's just enthusiasm. But also, why did we come here if we didn't want to win?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I disagree with this participation nonsense. I do. You come out, you give your best. You have fun. Don't get me wrong. Those are two of the top things.
Yeah.
But why can't you have that attitude? And it just doesn't start the day of the game, morning of the game day. I'm coming in to win. That starts preseason, working out in the weight room. I'm coming to win. And my thing is always this. I'm going to step on your throat. I'm going to crush it. But after I'm done, I'm going to help you up. That I want to do the best. As I said last Sunday, I want to, line blocking. I want to knock you into heaven. But I'll be right back up to help you up. Hey, I'll see you next play.
Yep.
Coming with passion, intensity, not cheap, not trying to hurt people, but playing to that full ability. What's wrong with that? Coming in expecting, we're going to win. Versus, well, I get a free hot dog at the end of the game. Hey, Mom, here, baby. Smile for me. Look at my hero. Look at my hero out there.
It used to be called sportsmanship.
Yeah. Oh, I'm all about that.
Yep.
But also with the intensity. And I don't see anything wrong with that, with coming in to
Absolutely.
where I'm going to give 110%. Now, as I said, in the weight room and on that field, you're a beast. You're an animal. But as soon as you're done, you walk out of the gym, you walk off the field, you're a gentleman.
That's where the sportsmanship comes
Exactly.
in. Yep.
And again, you're not cheap. You're not trying to hurt people. But I'm going to hit you, and I want to hit you hard. Or I'm going to check you in basketball. I'm going to box you out and put you up against the pads. That intensity, because I want to win. Maybe you agree, maybe you don't agree. Again, but you're having fun doing this. Don't put me in that category. And you're giving your best. But again, also you're giving your best for God. He might have created this animal in a sense that's just God-given ability. Like that dude from Indian Valley, Grady, that running back. Oh my goodness, what a beast. And I mean that in a good way. God gave him some ability there. And maybe your ability might not be in sports, but I'm sure you've got an ability. What are you doing about it? Well, I don't know where that came from either, but okay. Anyway, Keenerville is going to be kind of low and hopefully peaceful.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope so. I hope so too for you. Yeah, it's just kind of nice, I love how people talk about binge watching. It's
Yeah.
like, what's that? What's that? Oh, but yeah, so let us know what you got planned. I want to turn my hat back around. The intensity is left for a little bit, so. But hey, let us know in the comments. Any big plans, any big ideas that you got going, any home construction finishing up for the fall you want to get done before winter? Oh, yes. I got to admit, I told David we need to do a blooper reel because I put this on, and at first I had it on like this, and he's like, hey, Jim, your hat's on backwards. But anyway, before that white stuff comes and everybody gets cold, what you doing at your house to get ready? Let us know. All right, but keep in mind that every morning is a beautiful morning. And are you willing to embrace the beauty of life? Your life that God has given to you. Find the good and forget the bad. Rejoice that you are alive. And when you look in that mirror, remember, you matter in this world. And oh my goodness, you are loved. So, did you smile this week? Did you have some fun this week? Did you laugh this week? And if you didn't, why not? Come on, people, we can do better. Get out there in this world and smile. Be happy. What's that song? Don't worry. Be happy now.
Yeah, Bobby McFerrin.
Yeah, that was a great song, All righty. David, 2 priests died at the same time and met St. Peter at the pearly gates. Now, St. Peter said, I'd like to get you guys in now, but our computer's down. How appropriate. I got a tech guy here. You'll have to go back. Now, can you imagine being a tech guy? You'll have to go back to Earth for about a week, but you cannot go back as humans. What will it be? Kind of interesting. The first priest says, I've always wanted to be an eagle, soaring above the Rocky Mountains. So be it, says St. Peter, and off flies the first priest. The second priest mulls over this for a moment and asks, will any of this week count, St. Peter? No, I told you the computer's down. There's no way we can keep track of what you're doing. This week's a freebie. Well, in that case, says the second priest, I've always wanted to be a stud. So be it, says St. Peter, and the second priest disappears. Now a week goes by, the computer is fixed, and the Lord tells St. Peter to call back those 2 priests. Will you have any trouble locating them, he asks. Well, the first one should be easy, says St. Peter. He's somewhere over the Rockies, flying with the eagles. But the second one could prove to be more difficult. Why, asked the Lord. St. Peter answered, he's on a snow tire somewhere in North Dakota. Bada bing! Boom! I love that one.
And let me just remind you to pinpoint your prayers.
Exactly. But yeah, studs, snow tire. I love that one. All right, our thought of the day. A little different this time. One day I hopped in a taxi and we took off for the airport. We were driving in the right lane when suddenly a black car jumped out of a parking space right in front of us. The taxi driver slammed on his brake, skidded, and missed the other car by just inches. The driver of the other car whipped the head around and started yelling at us. Now I can just picture this. Now my taxi driver just smiled and waved to the guy, just waved it off. And I mean, he was really friendly. So I asked, why did you just do that? That guy almost ruined your car and sent us to the hospital. That's when my taxi driver taught me what I now call the law of the garbage truck. He explained that many people are like garbage trucks. They run around full of garbage, frustration, anger, and disappointment. As their garbage piles up, they need a place to dump it. And sometimes they dump it on you. Don't take it personally. Just smile, wave to them, wish them well, and move on. Don't take their garbage and spread it to other people at work, at home, or on the streets. The bottom line is that successful people do not let garbage trucks take over their day. Love the people who treat you right. Pray for the ones who don't. Woo! I didn't use that one last week, did I?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I love that, though. Because last Sunday I said garbage in, garbage out. Think all the garbage our world has to offer that we listen to on a daily basis. Now, last Thursday, we started talking about the signs of the times, and we didn't get too far because it kind of got off track, which, that happens a lot with me. And just to recap, in our daily lives, we often find ourselves numb to the signs around us. And I'm talking about the signs of the end of times, what our world is heading to, what our families are heading to, what our churches, our schools, our government, our country. However, when it comes to the end times, Scripture gives us clear indication that we can look out for. We are encouraged to be alert and watchful, knowing that God has prepared us for His Word, with His Word. And as we reflect on the Bible verse about end times. We gain insight into the signs that precede his return, making us more aware, yes, more aware of our faith journey and spiritual. We're tuned in. We're tuned in to God's direction. And I used this last week, but we're going to go back to it. Mark 13:8. Nations will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be earthquakes in various places and famine. These are the beginning of birth pains. Now this verse, Mark 13:8, contains a crucial message about what can happen in the world during times of uncertainty, which we see it every day, David. I mean, what's next? I hate to say that, and I say that with caution, but what's next? But here Jesus speaks to his disciples about the signs that will precede significant events, particularly concerning the end times. Jesus emphasizes that there will be intense conflicts, nations rising against one another, as well as our natural disaster situation and our famines. And natural disasters are just everywhere. This paints a picture of a world filled with turmoil, where individuals will face challenges and struggles leading to profound changes. Now that can be good or bad, right, David?
Yep.
To me, that's just open gym. For God, it can lead to profound changes. Now it can go one way or it can go the other way. And again, one of the biggest questions I have been asked, why? Why does God allow this? Why does God allow that? That's a tough one to answer. Yeah. It really is. When we think about nations fighting, we realize how destructive, and again, we talked about this last week. We've all seen if nothing else, our movies. We're sitting down and talking to Yvette, the destructiveness that war can be. It's just not about armies clashing, and I think this is where we left off last week, but real people suffer. People suffer. Families are torn apart. Communities are devastated, making us feel the weight of these words. In many parts of the world today, it's everywhere. Countries are engulfed in problems. I mean, poverty. Good golly, David, poverty. Even in our own country. That leads to people fleeing their homes in search of safety, or look at our homeless situation, David. Our mental illness situation. I mean, these people, I can't imagine how they do it. I really don't. Not having a place, a home to provide for your families. Seeing this helps us understand the depths of what Jesus was forewarning his followers. More importantly, when we hear about earthquakes and famines, tornadoes, hurricanes, typhoons, tsunamis, wildfires, we recognize that these are forces, they're beyond our control, right, David?
Yep.
It's not like we can go out there and click our heels and throw salt over our shoulder and the tornado is going to disappear, or the floodwaters aren't going to happen. They are beyond our control. Earthquakes can shake the very foundation of life, making us feel vulnerable. And any event like that, I mean, 9/11, going back to that, we all felt vulnerable. Last 2 weeks here with our country, with the execution, the assassination of Charlie. Who's next? What's next? What pastor's next? What person who's out there speaking their mind? Could they not be in the crosshairs of somebody?
Yeah.
Evil will try to find a way. Satan will try to find a way to rock our very foundation. Famines remind us of the gentle nature of our supply chains and resources. That's what I always worry. You think about, David, how far are you willing to go to feed your family when there's nothing left to give them?
Yeah.
Just being honest. I mean, those are the things that worries me, mob mentality.
Yep.
We watch zombie movies and see how, everybody clicks up, per se. What happens, though, when you don't have clean drinking water, when you don't have heat, when you don't have food to provide for your family members? Again, how far will man go? And we've seen it throughout history. And a lot of it's greed throughout history. But what about the basic concept of just surviving? How far will man go? Such instances remind us of the urgency in preparing our hearts and minds for difficult times. Now, I used to think I was a prepper. And I believe in being ready for anything.
Sure.
Again, let us go back to the toilet paper incident of, And that just gave us a little taste of what could happen, The phrase, the beginnings of sorrows, resonates deeply with us, as it indicates that these challenges are perhaps only the start of a much bigger issue. When we feel overwhelmed, we also realize that these struggles can lead to growth. If, and there's the big if or the big but, as I like to say, if you're willing to see it that way. Are you disciplined enough? Are you strong enough to step out of that circle and say, okay, God, I'm turning this over to you. Lead me, guide me, but also being prepared for this. Let's go back to the preppers. Now, you might think people are crazy, but you know what? How long could you survive with the stockpile of food that you have in your house right now?
Not very long.
Yeah, okay, water. Electricity goes out. All right, for us people out in the country, if you don't have a generator, that means no wells.
Yeah.
That, no way to pump water. Electricity, how can you heat your home for a lot of people? Furnace ain't running. What do we do?
Can't keep food fresh.
Can't keep food fresh, right? So again, I'm going to use this prepper situation as a way of being prepared physically, but what about spiritually? We as believers, we should see this as an opportunity for spiritual reflection and connection with the divine. We can look within ourselves, lean into our faith, and not our own understanding, but into our faith, and find the strength in prayer during turbulent times. Jesus' message encourages us to hold fast to hope, knowing that even in suffering, there is potential for transformation. And then one of my favorite words, transformation. And as we talked about last Sunday, God is preparing us if we allow it. We're in the weight room. We're clanging and banging, and I'm talking about the spiritual weight room. And again, you got to get hungry. You got to say, I want the extra weight. Walking out of there sore because you're developing muscles and strength. In the face of adversity and turmoil, we must remember that every disaster leads to an opportunity for faith to grow, for us to grow, to get stronger, to be that man, that woman who's not walking around, oh, the sky's falling. No, we're strutting our stuff is how I like to see it. As I like to say it, as I like to think about it. Not in a cocky, arrogant way, but in a godly way, in a boldly way that, hey, if I got Jesus, I've got it all. And all this other stuff, I'm brushing it off. Because who's in charge? And I think we forget that a lot of times. God is in charge. And God's got a better plan, as we talked about Tuesday, than any of us do. So why can't we lean on his understanding? Lean into our faith and say, all right, God, here's the keys. I'm riding shotgun with you, or you're riding shotgun with me. But we're on our way. How many people, David, just sit there, not doing nothing?
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, I got my comfy seat. I get it. I don't want to get out of my comfy seat either. But that growing pains. And the more you do it, David, would you have thought that you could put this together 30 years ago?
Absolutely not.
Technology
didn't exist.
Right. But you had to grow to keep up with it.
Yep.
Or you get left behind. Somebody else would be doing your job.
Yep.
Somebody else would be sitting here, and it wouldn't be as good. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah. It's not about what happens around us, but how we respond through our faith. Tony Evans. Jesus did not promise us a smooth journey without trials. Instead, he prepared us for what the inevitable struggles we would face. And think about that. That's what a good father does. He prepares us. He prepares us for life's storms, the valleys, the mountaintops. And again, to know what peace is when the good times are good and when the bad times are there for us. Do you know that peace? And look around, my friends. I think a lot of people, David, want peace. Just to know peace inside their body, inside their minds, their spirits.
Yeah.
Peace and hope. Hope for a better future. Hope for a better tomorrow. How about you guys? What's your hopes? Do you have that peace? And if you don't, look us up. Be more than happy to pray with you, more than happy to explain it to you. That no matter what you're going through, God, the Holy Spirit, He can provide that for you if you'll let Him. David, closing thoughts?
No, I was just thinking about a song, and I'd play a piece of it. My computer just rebooted for updates, but this by the Crab Family, "Through the Fire." I don't know if you've ever heard it or not, but he never promised that life would be easy, but He'll get us through the fire. And that song just came to my mind as you were talking there. So.
That's true. The Crab Family, they're good.
Yeah,
but no. And again, like I said the other day, I didn't sign any contract, David, to say life should be easy and milk and honey all around us and this and that. No, life's tough. But also, you're missing the point. If you're just the Eeyore, the Debbie Downer, it's an opportunity for us to grow, to get stronger. So when we face our Goliaths in life, we're walking out there like David. Man, and again, you think there's this stud, not to tire either, Goliath, and here comes this walking, talking little man who stands up, who was offended, who was ticked off the way they were talking about his Lord, his God. That's what I'm talking about. And again, we have an opportunity right now to stand up for our God, to stand up for His Word, to stand up for what is right. And I'm not preaching hate. I'm preaching for standing up for what is right, what is true, out of love, because I love you. I don't want to see you go to hell. And I think sometimes we miss that because we don't want to offend somebody, David.
Yeah.
Come on, man. People's lives are at stake. Their eternity is at stake. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, David.
No, you're good. That was pretty much it. So.
All righty. Well, something to chew on this weekend, our friends. Well, that just about does it for this Thursday, September 25th. Hard to believe the 25th already. Our friends, as we close, please remember you. Yes, you have meaning, you have value, and most of all, you are loved. Kind of reminded me of Lawrence Welk. May God continue to bless you. May God continue to bless our country. And most of all, may you and I continue to thank our Lord above for the blessings each and every day. And if we meet again, well, then we will smile and we will rejoice. And if not, then this parting was well made. Thank you for joining David and myself here on Bible, Bibs, and Prayer. God bless America. America, thank God for her blessings. This is the Big Guy, Brother Jim.